My name is Tom Thomassian. This is the 21st century. Watch this show. It is exciting. It's very interesting. People applaud this show and people boo it. You are delighted or infuriated when you see this show. But this show is about life. Tom Thomassian is my name. All the information is there if you want to come to me. You can watch me on YouTube. I have about 20 videos on YouTube. And if you want to call me, the email is right here. Okay? Everything's right there for you. And this is me, and I'm running for the presidency of the United States of America. Yes, against the Democrats and the Republicans. This is the minority party. And I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in this country and what I can do to fix it. Inflation really stings the workers harder. Yeah, they are hurt harder in the United States than in Europe. The price of oil was $120 a barrel. Yesterday it went up $5.20, $5.62. Today it went down $4.50. So it's very volatile. And they can do anything they want. The Arabs can do anything they want to raise the price of oil, to create more inflation for us. We are getting hurt harder than the European workers. The European workers are getting raises. It is dangerous because it'll create a spiral. When the wages go up, inflation goes up, or inflation goes up and then the wages go up to match it. It's a spiral that keeps going up higher and higher. We've seen it before in the 70s, and I'm going to get into that. When the oil crisis started and the troubles began for us until this day, 38 years later, we've done nothing about it. We have two candidates, they're not even talking about it. And I'm going to discuss that in a little while. We saved Europe in 1945, and they hate America. People ask me why I am against the UN, Germany, France, Tokyo. Because they bleed us. We have the greatest transfer of money in the history of the world, from America to Europe and the Arab nations. How many people have told me, do you know how much Exxon made? Do you know Bill Clinton went to Harlem and he raised the rate? They didn't do it. It's the Arabs. We must stop fighting ourselves. We must stop it. That's all we're doing is fighting. Americans are fighting Americans, and Americans are putting each other down. And I'm going to stop that. Yes, I am, when I'm president. One thing I'm going to do is stop a lot of TV ads, because there's one disgusting ad that's constant, where a woman hits a man in the head. Boom. She hits him in the head. If I hear another man on television say, I'm sorry, I'm going to crash, I'm going to kick my television set and destroy it. The transfer of money is going from America over there. Living costs are rising faster. Wages are not keeping up. People ask me about Iraq's oil. Iraq has a surplus. They have in their treasury $80 billion. $80 billion. We pay for many things that are going on in Iraq, but the Iraqis are saving their money. And now they want us out by June or whatever they want. It is the same thing in Germany. It's the same thing in Tokyo. All these countries. Financially, we bailed out Tokyo, the Japs, many times, and it was kept quiet. We've given $40 billion to Mexico, and it is a complete disaster. I have something here about Mexico. Yeah, let me give it to you right now. In Mexico, since December of the year 2006, organized crime has blitzed Mexico. Almost 5,000 people, 4,909 people have died in Mexico. Gangsters, police lieutenants, politicians, reporters. In Iraq, since the year 2003, 4,142 people have died. Just to show you what's going on in Mexico. Nothing but chaos, and the gangs are taking over. And I have a play about gangs in New York. I have a play about the National Football League, and they don't want to put me on. They don't want to put the play on. It's in the works. But again, I'm running for the presidency first. Remember that. Can I do anything? Can I do this? Can I do that because I have gray hair? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And you can help me by calling up Dave Letterman and having them put me on the show. Mexico is a disaster. It is corrupt. We gave them $40 billion during the Clinton administration, and they never paid us back. We've invested maybe $200 billion in Iraq. We're not going to get it back. We have invested billions of dollars in Europe. We're not getting it back. The oil rigs in the Arab nations are American. The Arabs said, we're going to take it. It's ours. And that's what happened. It's called nationalization. I'll give you an example of inflation. Shea Stadium, a box seat. The year 2008 cost $7,000 for 2 seats, 2 box seats in the Shea Stadium. They sent all of them a letter. Next year, in the year 2009, the same box seats are $18,000 on a new stadium that we built, and the Mets are going to take over. I'm going to talk to you about baseball in a little while, about what is going on, how we are being ripped off, cheated, and lied to. I think it's a shame. I mean, it's not fair. All these athletes are making that kind of money, and we got to pay a higher price just to go and see them. We're going to have the convention soon, parties in the Democratic convention like you have never seen. The lobbyists are spending $17 million a day for the Democrats and the Republicans. Parties. I have here a whole list of what's going on in the Democratic and the Republican convention. Europeans are contributing money. The Arabs are contributing money to the candidates. That's against the law. But it's not here. It's going on. It's going on here. The money is being distributed from the Arab nations and from the Europeans to the candidates. It's supposed to be against the law. The conventions are being planned. Parties are being planned. Lavish parties. Susan Sarandon and Alex Baldwin are going to go to the theater area and tell the congressmen and the senators, listen, jerks, we're going to have nudity, we're going to have cleavage, men's sex, women's sex pretty soon. That's right. That's right. The gay community is taking over. And that's what's going to happen. And they're going to lobby Congress and they're going to give them money. That's right. Yeah. This is what works in Congress. This is what works with them. Money. You give them money and they do what they want. Susan Sarandon and Alex Baldwin are agents for the movie industry, and they're going there to the conventions and telling them, do not ban violence on TV, on the movies. Do not ban sex. Do not ban obscenities. In other words, use filthy language that I'm thoroughly against and I'm fighting. I think it's a horrible thing that's going on, but this is happening. Also, there's a great number of prostitutes going to this convention. The greatest number of prostitutes in the history of the world is going to the conventions. I think it's 20,000 Democrats, 20,000 Republicans. Parties. Totally unnecessary. Okay? It is not needed.